Hi guys, in this video I'm going to talk about what is backend development, and along with this I'm going to answer few very important questions related to backend development, and at the end of this video you will get complete understanding about the complete roadmap of the backend development. So let's continue watching this video. So the first question is, what is backend development? The word backend itself tells us something which works behind the scene or behind the user. So when a visitor visits any website, so it doesn't have access to the backend completely. They communicate through port with limited access to backend or even not that. For example, when we publish any content on any social media platform, so what it does, it creates an HTTP request, and that particular request goes to the server. And when the request goes to the server, it takes that content from our mobile and it sends it to the backend server and store it somewhere in the backend, and it makes available to the followers or users. So this is how the complete backend thing works. The next question is front-end knowledge required for the backend? The answer is no. If you are a full-time backend developer, you don't have to worry about what goes on front-end. Instead, you have to focus on backend server code, server performance, and throughput. Third question is, what goes into the backend? Well, by the books, a person who codes an application that responds to a HTTP request is called a backend developer. In reality, sometimes a backend developer able to do much more than just writing server-side scripts or code. They have knowledge about how to set up a proxy server, a compression, and performance tuning. And along with this, they know how to set up a production Docker environment. So, to qualify as a backend developer, I would recommend bare minimum skills are: first, the programming language. So, you should have a good understanding about a programming language using which you can write the server side script. So, there are many programming languages. For example, C Sharp, Java, Node, PHP, Python, etc. So, there are many others. Another thing, you should know to manage the cPanel or bash based terminal to manage your server. Third, you should have knowledge about version controlling. So how you can control the version of your code. Just like every game comes with minimum and recommended specifications, for backend developers, my recommended specifications inclusive of minimum skills would be: number 1, Nginx for static files and server management; second, database management system; third, security, like how you can write robust and secure code, how you can use the Docker with bare minimum access; third, how you can protect your system with DDoS attack. Fourth one is auto scaling and load balancing. Like I said, for backend, just like games, we have recommended requirements and minimum requirements. The minimum requirements, we have three things. First, we should choose a programming language to write the backend. Second, we should know how we can manage host or server. Third, how we can version our code, how we can maintain the versioning of the code. So these three things are minimum requirements. So let's talk about programming languages. If you are a front-end developer and you know the JavaScript, so you can use the JavaScript knowledge with Node.js to continue working for the backend developer. So you can use that particular knowledge and it will reduce your effort in learning the backend tool or backend frameworks. Another option we have like C Sharp, Python, Java, PHP, and many more. So out of these programming languages, You can just try any of the programming languages. You can choose one, two or three programming languages. You can try to write code, and out of these programming languages, which one or whatever you like and you feel like comfortable in particular programming language, you can use that particular language to write the backend system. Next is the server management or host management. In server and host management, you have two options. One is managed hosting, another one is cloud-based server. So in managed hosting or server, we have GoDaddy, Hostinger, and many more. Similarly, in cloud-based hosting and server, we have AWS, Azure, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. So we should know about all these things. And last one is the code versioning system. So once we have written the backend code, so we should know how we can maintain the version of the code. So it is very important to know about the code versioning system. So in code versioning system, we have Git. So we should know about Git and how we can use it, and we should know lots of in code versioning system, we should know like how we can manage the code, and we should know about Git commands, and we should know what all options we have available to keep our codes or create our repositories like GitHub, Bitbucket, and few others. So this is all about the code versioning. So these three things you should know, and these three things are minimum requirements to become a backend developer. Last but not the least, so after learning about the programming languages, about managing server, about versioning the code, so it is recommended to learn about the DevOps. So in DevOps, we should know about how we can automate the complete deployment of our backend code on server. So to do that, we have lots of tools like Jenkins, Circle CI, and Travis CI. So out of three, we can use any one to automate the whole deployment process. But these days in industry, the most popular one is Jenkins. So you can use Jenkins to automate the deployment. I hope in this video you have got clear idea about the backend development, about the programming languages for backend, about the server management, about the version controlling. So if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. Please press on bell icon. Thank you for watching my video.